In this video, I'm going to talk about the 7 ways to make money flipping. Hi, Lopez here coming at you from lopezthesame.com. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions lately and people have been wanting to know, how do I flip things to get money? Because in a previous video, I talked about the concept of flipping, trying to find things to flip. And people have been asking me, sending me emails, and they've been wanting to know, well, what kind of things, or what are some of the best things that I could find to flip and make money? So flipping, so if you haven't seen my previous video, flipping is all about basically buying stuff as low as possible, quality stuff as low as possible, and making the most amount of money in return. That's the whole concept of flipping in a nutshell. So the first thing that you can do, and P.S. and by the way, I've done all of these things, all of these products. I've actually done it at some point in time, and this goes back to 10 years ago, all the way to at this point in my life. So the first thing you can do to flip and make money is you can buy and sell domains. Now, if you don't know what a domain is, a domain is a website name. That's all it is. Now there's a couple websites out here that you can sell domains on these websites. That's the whole concept and existence of the website is to people buy domains from a lot of different websites. GoDaddy, any hosting account. Basically, people will buy domains and they'll try to resell them. But the whole concept is people will buy domains under the assumption that one day this company, this person is going to want to buy the domain. That's the whole concept. So they'll go and buy the domain first before this person or this company buy them. And then once they try to buy the domain, or because there's some people, I'll give you an example. There's a guy right now online that's just launched an info product for publishing, and I think the name of the domain is Mastermind. I think it's Mastermind Secrets. No, Mastermind Publishing. That's the domain. But somebody else had the domain already. And one of these guys knew the person that had the domain. And then he called the guy up and said, "Hey, are you interested in selling this domain? Because we need that domain for the product that we're about to launch, that we want to launch, right?" And the guy was like, "Of course, just give me $500,000 and it's yours." So that's the whole concept. You buy a domain under the assumption that somebody at some point in time is going to want to buy it. So you sit on the domain as long as you can and try to get the most money as you can. Once somebody comes, once a buyer comes along. Plus, there's websites that will help you sell the domain. So that's the power of this concept. So buying and selling domains, it's good strategy. So the next thing I would say is you can build and sell a website. Again, there's a website that's strictly that you can buy and sell websites. They help you sell the websites. So let's say you might start a blog or start any type of website, really. It could be an e-commerce website, could be a book website, could be a website like Amazon. As long as it's making profit and you can show that it's making profit, there's somebody out here on the internet that will be willing to buy it. And when I say buy it, I mean buy everything you got from the newsletter that's attached to the website, to all the products attached to the website, all the products on the website, from all the copyrights attached to the website, everything. There's somebody out here online that's willing to buy your website, which is a business in the box, basically. You know, so there's a lot of websites that'll help you, that'll promote the website for you, and just go to Google and do a search, build and sell website, or and again you can go to Google and type in buy and sell domain too. Same thing. And the next thing I would say is you can sell furniture. Now I've done this. That move. How many times have I moved? I think I moved probably like 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. And every time I move, I sold stuff. I didn't sell everything, but the stuff I wanted to get rid of, I put an ad on Craigslist, or I just put the word out to people that I knew that I was going to sell some furniture, and mostly the stuff that it's too heavy. I just don't want to be bothered with, So that's how I do it, So the next thing I would say is home goods. Home goods, stuff like antique furniture, stuff that you really don't use very often. Stuff, some of the stuff that's been sitting around maybe at your house, you not gonna like use any of this stuff. And some of this stuff you can get from the thrift store, like clothes. Some of this, like if you go to like the high end, it's different types of thrift stores. There's some thrift stores, it's like high end areas, or areas where people donate, areas where the tag is on the clothes, the tag is on the furniture, the tag is on the goods. So I would go to the high end thrift stores, or you have some other stores that's very similar to the thrift stores as well. Go to those stores, any place where they donate, and you can buy that stuff for dirt cheap. Put it on an ad on Craigslist or ad on eBay and sell it. And also go to these garage sales, yard sales. So that's what I would do. And the next thing I would say is you can flip cars. I know people that actually buy and sell cars, believe it or not. They buy the cars for the least amount of money as possible. Sometimes the car need a little bit of work, and you try to resell them. That's basically it. There's mechanics that do this. There's some people that aren't mechanics. There's some people that they know a mechanic, and they'll go buy the car and they'll be like, and then they do the numbers. They say, okay, how much can I get for this car based on the make and model, design, the year, and they might have to repaint the car. Just make it decent that somebody would want to buy. That's the whole idea. It's kind of like selling a house. If you're trying to sell a house, the one of the main areas or the most attractive area is the kitchen. So it's really the same concept. It's like when people look at a car, they look at the paint job, and they look inside. They look at the seats. Those are some things that really catches a lot of people's eyes. And the last thing I would say is appliances. Now, maybe you want to sell a refrigerator, a freezer, wash and dryer, or maybe you want to buy those M's and resell them, because a lot of times, a lot of dryers, they don't last forever. They'll go out after 5, 7, 8 years on average. They'll go out, and a lot of times people just throw them away. But most of the time, all the dryer needs is a thermostat. And last I checked, the thermostat is like $40, $50 tops. Last I checked, And if you're a person that's maybe you're an electrician, or maybe you don't necessarily have to be an electrician. You just know how to fix these appliances. So if you know how to do that, you can fix that dryer, the same dryer that somebody threw out, and sell it. Because the part only costs, like I said, $40, $50 tops. I'm talking like some of the best dryers, Kenmore, GE, people are throwing them out because they think once the dryer go out, that's it. But that's not necessarily true. A lot of times it just needs a thermostat because the dryers, if it needs a thermostat, it's going to stop heating. So people be like, oh, this is no good. They go out and buy a new dryer, but it just needs a thermostat. 9 times out of 10, it just needs a thermostat. And the parts, it's dirt cheap. So what I would do is fix that dryer and put an ad on Craigslist and sell it. You can get at least $200 for a part that costs you less than $50. So how much a return is that? and the washer, same thing. If 9 times out of 10, if you have a washer and it stops spinning, that's usually what happens. If it stops spinning, it's a part. I forgot the name of the part, but it's less than $50 too. If you can find somebody to change that, or you can change it on your own, just fix it, sell it. You can get at least $200. You can get at least $200 for a washer and a dryer, at least. And refrigerator parts is a little bit higher. Now, if a refrigerator go out, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the compressor. That's what's going to happen. The compressor is going to go out. And if that happens, you can get a good compressor, a couple $100. Find somebody to get it fixed, and you can resell it. My God, at least double, at least $400 or $500 for a used refrigerator. I mean, think about it. A brand new refrigerator, my God, it's over $1,000. A brand new refrigerator is over $1,000. I'm talking like the lowest price refrigerator I think I've ever seen is what, $1,500. That's the lowest I've ever seen. Now it could be something that's lower, but the lowest I've ever seen is $1,500. And you're going to pay at least $1,000 for a refrigerator. I'm talking a big refrigerator. I'm not talking about now the small ones. Well, that's going to be less than $1,000. But I'm talking a big, full refrigerator. That's at least $1,000. So that's how much people are paying. So if you repaired a refrigerator that's in good shape, and if you tell someone, if you take pictures of it and put it on Craigslist and have somebody come look at it, and it's in good shape, clean and everything, somebody will buy it for a couple $100, at least $500. So that's mad profit. I mean, come on, So this is the power of flipping. The power of flipping, man, is all about profit. That's what it's all about. And you have to spend a little money, but the returns is endless. The possibilities are endless. So hey, if you like this video, subscribe, click the bell. That way every time I upload a new video, you catch it. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.